All right, welcome back to Boring Reviews. Gabe there.
Nick here.
A little switcheroo there. And I am excited for his very first time that he knows of reacting to the Rolling Stones. Okay? Now, a lot of people will have the argument, who's better, the Beatles or the Rolling Stones? In my opinion, the Beatles are a better band, but that comes with a caveat. My dad wasn't as big of a Stones fan as he was a Beatles fan. He still had their albums or whatever, so we listened to more of the Beatles than the Rolling Stones. So my opinion means nothing. That's just where I place them.
Right.
But they are a humongous band. He drives limos on the side, and he was just telling me before we started recording that he's driven these guys before. And they still have quite the entourage, if you know what I'm talking about.
What's insane to me is, right, again, this was probably 5 or 6 years ago. I can't remember the last time they were here in Vegas, right? And they were touring. And I work for one of the biggest casinos in Vegas. So whenever there's a big band, there's a big act, they normally come to MGM or one of our properties. To make a long story short, though, these guys always stay at our, exclusive, part of the MGM where people don't even know. That's where all the celebrities say. Bro, I've seen ex-presidents back there. I've seen generals back there. Like, there's a private entrance. And one and one out, because they can't just be around. Like, all the celebrities can't just be in a normal hotel walking around. So they got their own private entrances where the limos pick them up and drop them off. When you're assigned to them, you're assigned to them. They say you're married to the party and stay with, so you're going to be with them. Take them to the performances, take them to their things, and come back. You just pray that, oh gosh, I hope that is because if they got like encores, you could be there till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning till it's time to go. And if there's an after party, you're like, why me? Because you're assigned to them. You can't leave. Jeez. Dude. I was like, these guys are rock stars? They look like, they're super, super old. The one dude, I'm like, there's no way this guy makes it on stage. There's just no way he makes it on stage. He walked out, like, looking frail, bro, and skinny, and very, like, he looked sick or whatever. I mean, some of the most beautiful women I've ever seen were out there with this group. They had their entourage, but I'm like, there's no way. And everybody's like, oh, no, dude. That dude's a legend. I cannot remember.
It was probably Keith Richards.
I don't remember.
Him or Mick Jagger.
And he had like these scarves all tied up around his head or whatever. Like, look at this dude. Like, no way, this guy's a rock star. Everybody's like, bro, that's blasphemous. What are you talking about? Yeah. He's the rock star. I was like, okay.
You're out of control. So I got him listening to Gimme Shelter. I want to start off with Satisfaction, but I went to this one. This is a little bigger of a hit for them. This is a live performance. It says in the video title, best version ever. We'll see, but we're going to go ahead and check this out. It's going to be his first time. If you're excited for his reaction, please don't forget to
like and subscribe.
Let us know what else to check out, whether it's this band or a different band. We'll be listening to some more or reacting to some more Rolling Stones in the future. But let's get into it. Here we go. So usually it's about a 4 or 5 minute track, so this is 9 minutes. They're going to add different things to it. So there's Mick Jagger right there. There's Keith Richards, right?
Yeah. That dude. But he looked a lot younger here. So this was the old.
Oh, this is probably 30 years ago.
Okay. What?
I could be mistaken.
How long has this band been out?
This might be the 90s. I don't know if the time is second year.
They literally just...
they've been around since like the Beatles time. 50s, 60s.
Okay, I gotta look at this. Look up the last time. Dude, it literally was in late 2000, teens. Like 2015, 2016, they were here in Vegas.
They've been around forever.
Holy cow. Talk about longevity.
That's cool. A little walkway is like the next guitar.
Now, that's impressive. I didn't realize. I mean, that's 4 decades, bro. That's insane.
Great voice.
Oh, there goes that guitar. There goes that electric guitar guy. You know what I like.
This is a cool opening right here because you get subtle parts of the song. That's Mick Jagger. This is a song by Maroon 5 called Moves Like Jagger because he's got some serious moves.
Oh, look at that moves Janet Jackson. Like,
Yeah.
dude, I didn't even know that's what they were referencing.
referring to. Yeah.
I had no idea.
Now you're getting like 90% of the music from Gimme Shelter, which is great. I've never heard it before. This version.
Yeah, that's right.
This song is used in a lot of movies.
Yeah, and the strong music ain't my very life today. If I don't get to the shelter, Lord, I'm gonna fade away. Lord, she's dying. It's just a shot away. Shot away. Lord, she's dying. It's just a shot away. It's just a shot away.
Is he smoking on stage? What is going on?
He's a bad man. That's why I get those bad chicks. He's a bad man. Look at him. The Rolling Stones would not be Rolling Stones without Keith Richards. 100%.
Dude, that's rock and roll. It's happening. It's happening. This is rock and roll. Oh.
Is it safe to say you might be a bigger Stones fan than a Beatles fan?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
4 minutes. I love it.
Bro, I'm just like, this is rock and roll. And you know what's crazy? I thought he was a drummer. I didn't even know he was a guitarist. Like, we've
he's bad.
driven him. But, and I mean, to be fair, he still looks kind of old and sickly here. But you should see.
It's so bad.
Before we end, remind me to look up when they were just last here. I was shocked that this is this long ago. I didn't realize they've been around so long.
So long.
But that's why when people were like, bro, he is rock. I'm like, this dude. And the chicks were out there. Like, other band members, like, the notoriety and fanfare that was there just for him was insane. And I'm like, this old dude. looks like
I'm
he's
not
back.
trying to be hyperbolic. I can't think of a bigger legendary guitarist. I can't think of.
That
rock
is,
and roll.
and you know I love the guitar, and man, I'm like, just listening to him right now, like, oh man, you know what I mean? Like, it's blowing my mind, and dude, I just need some more.
Absolutely. And I don't know who the woman is that's doing the lead on the backup vocals. She's fantastic. She's beautiful. She's a great addition to this song.
Dude, that other dude is smoking. Oh my gosh.
Oh, she's come out.
Jeez. Got the pipes on.
Who is this woman? She's got presence too.
Probably somebody we should know. I have no idea.
The way he walks. Oh, here comes moves. Oh. He has some pretty funky moves for sure. Just his style.
That right there is just sick.
Sister, yeah. Just a kiss away. I tell you love. Sister, yeah. It's just a kiss away. 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 Kiss away. Kiss away. Kiss away. Just a kiss away. Just a kiss away.
How can this not be an addict? It's a double addict. A double addict.
Double addict. I love it.
That is.
Wow, dude. If this isn't the best version of this song, I'd love to see what's better from them.
Yeah. How you doing? You feeling good? I say, are you feeling good? I say, are you feeling good? Everybody say yes. Everybody say yes.
Jeez. Thought there was gonna be more of that.
Oh my.
It's gonna drive me crazy. Someone's gonna tell me her name. I'm gonna be like, oh, that's who that is, because she was absolutely amazing. I'm trying to see in the description if it said this. So I was wrong. This was 2003. So 2003, not the 1990s. I don't know who that was. He's probably looking up when they were here last.
I got it.
But man, I mean, that was just such a great live performance. It's a great song. I love the intro. That was absolutely magical to see, like, almost like everyone get into place, everyone get ready. Mick Jagger's doing some crowd work. I mean, 2003, these guys have been together over 40 years at that point, and they're still interacting with the fans. Keith Richards is still doing his thing. He's got the fuchsia shirt. He's got it opened up. He's just a true rock star.
They're going to be here in Vegas in 2023.
That's crazy.
Yep. October. Dude, like, I understand. That's what I was looking for when I was listening to the Beatles. Like, I want to understand what everybody else understands. You know what I mean? And, like, now I get it. Like, because, again, these guys don't look like they could perform like that. If you've ever, first of all, they're all kind of smallish. You know what I mean? And not just to say that, to have the kind of energy to put on a live performance like that, they didn't look like they had it in them. Again, now I understand. The guy's got to be in the 60s, late 70s, easy. But man, he looked like hot dad to say, you know what I mean? And I'm like, really? These guys are rock stars? Now I get it. And
about 5 years ago is what this is saying.
5 years ago,
when
yeah.
they play here, it'll be the first time in 5 years. Is what this said.
Okay, so it was about 5 years ago. Yeah, exactly. And again, dude, it's like, I was like, really? Like these guys are rock stars, and they had to like, no. This is the biggest rock star, and I'm like, this old dude is crazy. But anyway, love the song. Gonna be an instant add it. Put it on my rotation. Like I've discovered a new band. And now what I want to do is just listen to some more of their music. You know what I mean?
And it's 1962 when they got started. And I'm going to like put them on lockdown on some of these songs.
1962. So that's, bro, we're in 2023. We're talking about what,
61 years. 60,
oh my gosh,
yeah,
63 years. 61? Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, 61 years. Bro, here's my question. And first of all, I know what it is about the Beatles versus here. Even though here, he did a lot of singing, but still, they emphasize the musician so much. Like Keith Richards or whoever is Keith Richards, is that the guy? He killed it. The other guitarist he was actually smoking on stage. That's insane. He was killing it too. Even the drums got their solo. Like they emphasize. That's the kind of rock that I love, where they emphasize the music, and I mean the musicians, the instruments more than the singing, because I get the singing and the Spanish ballads. You know what I mean? I speak Spanish. I listen to a lot of Spanish songs. Orquesta, stuff like that. So I'm already used to listening to guys or females with those powerful voices. Savannah's a huge R&B fan. So when people are like, oh, but maybe it's the Beatles had great vocals, and maybe, I don't know, like to me, vocals are vocals. The one vocal that I can say I sat down and that song was just the vocals that carried me was that Andrea Bocelli, remember that? The Conti Portoyo, like, holy God, when that guy hits that last note, I was like, yeah, goosebumps, just thinking about it right now. But that's like the amount of vocals you need if you're going, in my opinion, if you're going to carry a song just with the vocals. To me, that's what I love about rock and roll. Maybe Mick Jagger, you said, that was the lead singer? I thought he was just okay singing. Again, it was the band that crushed it for me.
40 years later. I don't think the voice is what it was before.
I mean,
and I think that's why he brings on different vocalists to help him out. Right. Because with her voice, it made it, even though she's got a female voice, it made it sound more like the original. She was able to kind of carry that a little bit. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but 41 years, a lot of singers lose their voice after 20 years. So it's impressive. They're a different band than the Beatles. They get put in that same clump because the same kind of time period. They were both big, both UK bands, making huge success in the US.
Wait, they're British too?
Yes.
The Stones are British?
Yes. And that's why you couldn't hear at the end a little accent.
Honestly, I didn't pick up any accent at all from him right there. I did not realize that. Wow, that's man. So that's
a lot of music.
So the Brits carry
a lot of influence, a lot of different
rock and roll for
across the pond.
Wow, that's interesting. Now, are they like English British or Scots or
I don't know. I'd have to guess. I'd have to say English British, but I don't know.
British. Okay.
I know the Beatles, Liverpool. I don't know exactly where they hail from.
Interesting. Wow, dude. Well, I'm just like shocked. First and foremost, I could have sworn they were American. Let me tell you, they act American. They got that American swag about them.
And some of the dance moves you saw Mick there when the music was going, you would watch as a first-time viewer and say, "Oh, he's just trying to copy Michael Jackson." He was around before Michael Jackson. Those were his. He just has his. I don't even know if he honestly. I could be wrong, but I don't know if he even practice. He's just his vibe. This is how he is. Right. He's always been that kind of way.
He does have that stage presence where you saw him walking up and down the stage, giving everybody a high five. Like he's a front man. You know what I mean? 100%. And I was like, oh wow. But that's funny because Michael, once again, going back to him, that's probably one of the biggest stars we've ever had here. And I was like, oh, yeah, you're right. He was around before Michael. So maybe Michael showed a little bit of Mick Jagger in his performances?
I don't know. He's always mentioned, or he had mentioned in interviews that Fred Astaire, the actor, whatever, dancer, was a huge inspiration for him. And I'm sure Mick Jagger was as well. Michael kind of took it to his own level. But anyways, he loved it. Let us know, do you want more from the Rolling Stones? Which songs? Let us know. Comment below. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time.
We know all things.